So this book was actually written by my dad, and it's about his grandfather. So my great grandfather during the Second World War, and the book is actually a compilation of handwritten letters um, from my great grandfather to his wife and his five kids, who were thousands of miles away. And in the 90s, my dad actually found a box, and the box was full of hundreds of these letters, from my great grandfather to his family, who were on the East Coast at the time. And so I think when my dad found this, he realized that there was a pretty powerful story to be shared, and so he put everything together and created this book. And for me, I read it 10 years ago when my dad first wrote it, and I just revisited it a couple months ago, and it's really really cool because I read it and the word perspective just is like glowing for me, and it reminds me to like always think about like my tasks at hand for every day, so like the micro level things that I need to do, but also take a step back at the macro level and really like literally step back and away from my work and think about all the big things, like the fact that we're not here for very long on this planet, and we're here for a limited time frame, and it forces me to question like what do I want to leave behind, what sort of impact and influence do I want to have on others, and what like fulfills me, and it re-emphasizes that I'm kind of like I'm on the right path. I absolutely love what I do every day, and the fulfillment that I get day to day comes from serving others, and thankfully I'm not serving others on a battlefield where my life is taken. But I'm serving others, through real estate and helping families buy and sell homes and helping them at that level. And that's pretty cool in its own way. And I absolutely love doing it. So revisiting this book and trying to even think about what someone like this, what it was like for them, and the sacrifices that he and many others have made over the past centuries. It provides that really good perspective of like let me get what I need to get done every day, but at the same time remember like the big things in life that truly matter, and the big things to remember. And I think having that like combination of the two ways of thinking, it allows me to I think um, you know like produce at a high level and be efficient, and and really like enjoy what I'm doing. And so that's like it's interesting because I like you look at the cover of this book and you think like what the heck does this have to do with like real estate, or how could this help me? But as I get older, I find that like keeping that perspective and learning of the experiences from others, and I've always been big on like grasping those and like how can I, in what I do every day, how can that help me serve others? And my service is it's on a much different level than my great grandfather, but I can still use his story and his experiences to live a fulfilled life, and to help serve others and work with as many families as possible. That's what makes me happy. So that's pretty much it. It's a little different for this week, but I've always been big on this stuff and like kind of looking at the bigger questions. So I don't know if any of you like history buffs, or it's a pretty interesting story. It's In the Hour of Victory by Jonathan D. Smith, and it's literally a chronological order of these letters from Anthony F. Smith to his family who were who spent a lot of time on the East Coast, and then they very soon after the war they moved back to Bermuda. But yeah, I'm sure you can find it online. Thanks, guys.